Hey, fish flippers, welcome back to Error Code Blueberry. It's an unassuming Destiny podcast. My name is chillybin.
Oh, frick. It's Meckii.
Just going for the mental flashbang, referencing a joke we made and enjoyed right before we started recording about flipping fish with a big fish flipper. That's still really hard to say. We're here. It's week one of Riven's Wishes. We've got some of that to get into. And I say some because I've dabbled in that quest line and not got very far yet. Some other big news around Destiny and where Final Shape is up to. But what's been going on? You still haven't finished the season?
I haven't. I've done some Gambit.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Oh,
and that is it.
Okay.
I logged in and did 2 moments of triumphs.
Yeah.
And then I logged out.
I mean, I logged in after that reset and it told me I had triumphs that I'd finished already in that seal.
And I had 8 automatically proc.
It was just here, have 3 of them for free. I was like, what is this even for? So I'm most of the way to that seal already.
3 left, and then I have it.
Yeah. But that's fine, I guess. I mean, I've been playing Destiny in the last year since we last had moments of triumph, so maybe it's just counting all the stuff I did.
A lot of it was stuff that you would organically do through seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all the stuff that procced for me was those triumphs.
Yeah, because I think a buddy Alex logged into the game, clicked a bunch of triumphs, and already had it finished.
Got it.
Because to be fair, he has played a lot more than you or I have in quite a while, just on the rig. So good for him.
He does a lot more raids and dungeons than we do.
Yeah, yeah. That reminds me, I need to actually give Fire Team Finder a crack.
Yeah, I got some dungeons I have to do.
Yeah.
But as a female in Destiny, I'm very worried.
Yeah, I think I keep seeing reels on Instagram of it's either Rainbow Six Siege or it's COD lobbies or just random online shooter games, and it's stuff where a woman is in the voice chat, they realize it's a woman and they'll be like, I can't talk to you, leaves game. And it's just what is this meme? I don't understand what's happening. I'm not allowed. It was 6 dudes in a row being I'm not allowed to talk to you. It's what? I mean, that's better than what I would have assumed would happen.
They got that ninja relationship rules.
Yeah.
Where he's not allowed to stream with other women.
Yeah. It's just so bizarre. And then there was another one that I saw today, and they were just offering to do some of the weirdest, most generous shit of I want to do your taxes. What is this?
Hey girl.
Is this chivalry now?
Hey girl, let me review your 401.
Yeah, I want to buy you health insurance. What? I'll take it, but health insurance is expensive.
Hey girl, you got a dentist appointment coming up.
What's the second half of that? Because I'm going to give you a filling?
Whoa. Smooth. Riz Lord over here. Come in with the Riz. Then they're not that smart.
Stop spreading rumors. All right, we should probably talk about Destiny. We got what is this? DMG deleting his whole vault, which was fucking insane.
So DMG setting deleting weapons out of his vault as charity goals for another streamer.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, having, I think it was 6 weapons left in his vault, if that. And he was deleting stuff he can't get back, exotics with really good perks, really good rolls on, because it's DMG.
Armor is gone, you mean?
Everything is gone.
Because exotic weapons you can pull out of the collection with, craftable exotics are a little different, I think.
Yeah,
but generally you can just get them back.
God rolled, masterworked purples.
Yeah.
You know, stuff that he's I need this very specific rose.
Yeah.
And then does 22 hours of Destiny to get this specific drop and then immediately masterworks it.
Did he at some point recently do one of Dado's vault cleaning things? I feel like he's done that before.
I think he's done it a couple of times.
Yeah, so like he's definitely like curated that vault to a point already, and now it's all gone.
It's gone. It's a very funny thread watching him just slowly regret the offer.
Oh, is he going through like stopping at certain items and being like, "Oh, this one hurts." I didn't click into the tweets.
So it's the Bungie donation drive, and he was doing it for Big Daddy TJ.
Right.
And what it was show me your donation total for Big Daddy TJ and circle what you want axed.
Oh.
Donations over 2K, pick a character to say goodbye to.
Like individual donations?
Yep.
Wow.
For hitting 3K, saying goodbye to my first and only Destiny 2 Fatebringer. Time lost.
All right. Yeah.
Masterworked. God rolled. Gold rolled Matador 64. Masterworked.
Oh, that was out of like the Dares of Eternity like 30th anniversary stuff, right? I think that's where we got that.
And it just keeps getting darker and darker the further you go through the thread. And then eventually he just follows up with empty vault, empty characters. That was like
the
one
characters'
of the last
inventories
tweets.
are blasted as well? Or is it deleted the characters?
I think he ended up deleting one character.
Fuck. As a man who plays a lot of Destiny, like even now not working there, I know that he still is pretty active.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Yeah. And now some of his tweets are just him earning stuff back.
Getting excited for like a purple drop again. Man, that's actually kind of sweet. Just like, damn, look at this roll on this legendary weapon.
Yeah, empty vault. 0 out of 600.
So much room for possibility.
Yeah.
600 of your finest items, please.
What a ledge, though.
That's very
good. What a legend. I love DMG.
Yeah. Still
forever a fave.
Still out there on Twitter, like fighting the good fight, like while the games industry is getting fucking hounded and destroyed by industry capitalists laying people off, and he's just out there like still talking that
doing
truth.
What he can.
Yeah. Just putting messages out there of like, here's the reality of what it's like to work in games, and just like breaking shit down in a way that doesn't get him in trouble, which I think is like a fine line to walk. Yeah.
If he ever listens to this, we still appreciate the ever-loving shit out of him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That sword kill community achievement thing, that was like another sort of charity related thing, right? Or it was just like,
I think it was just a community event.
Let's just do this thing. But it was like 7 million sword kills collectively.
Yeah, I think it's because I had the Geralt stuff going in the store, like the cosmetics.
Yeah.
So they just tied a community event into that. You know how sometimes when things are getting a little bit quiet in the game, they just randomly be like, here's a fun thing for you guys to do.
Yeah. So I was certainly surprised. I don't know if you got this email. I got one that said, hey, sword kills, you contributed 100. I haven't used a sword in months.
I don't know if I got one.
But I got the emblem code.
I'll have to check.
But it's just a public emblem code. Like anyone can use it. It's the same code. So you could just use that one that I put in the screenshot. But it's just like I think you should leave. I didn't do fucking shit in response to that. I was like, I don't
gotta worry about it.
Yeah. I didn't do fucking shit. But it's like the email. I'm like, what do you mean sword kills? I contributed. I barely play the game at the moment, let alone use a sword. Most of it is machine guns and other things that look like machine guns.
Actually, I might have it and just not seen the email, because not too long ago, I think my last Gambit playthrough, I used a sword because I picked up a bounty that was sword kills.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, this season's Gambit Gilding Dredgen, like the thing you had to get 100 kills with, was swords. But I'm pretty sure this like community milestone thing, the range of time that they were looking at was well after I had done that. It was like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think
But
I've
that
definitely
might
used
be
a
what they
sword in the last
counted,
couple of weeks.
because I haven't used a sword this season otherwise. Except maybe a dungeon, but
Oopie.
even then it was ages ago.
Free emblem.
Hey, love it. I don't think I'll use it. It's not particularly compelling visually to me. But I got it. So thanks, Bungie. Thanks, math. Shout out to numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to check my emails. I probably accidentally did it just trying to get those sword kills done for a bounty.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the bright dust for something else.
Yeah, these fucking, hey, here's a segue. You want that bright dust for some upcoming ornaments for your character. We've got a hot new IP crossover coming to Destiny 2, one that I think is actually pretty fucking fitting. It's Mass Effect time, baby.
Yeah. I'm not a Mass Effect girly. I don't think I've ever touched one of those games. But they look nice.
Yeah, I mean the armor design it feels aesthetically similar
Feels very
to
Destiny.
Destiny,
Yeah.
like more basic kind of Titan armor designs, if anything. But there's definitely some similarity there.
The Warlock design's clean.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. I think there's also like a ghost shell and a ship and a sparrow. I don't know if it's going to be the like iconic Mass Effect ship. The Normandy, that's what it's called. I only played the first 3 Mass Effect games because after that I was like, oh, it turns out it's bad. They made bad games. And also the ending of 3 was a whole conversation. But yeah, this is cool for me. It's a little bit of nostalgia. I might get these. Like I haven't really fucked with the crossover armor sets much at all because they just like the God of War one. It was like, okay, I see how you're referencing God of War, but it's not at all similar enough for me to go like, yeah, I'm gonna cosplay as Kratos.
When are we getting Tetsuya Nomura crossover?
I don't know what that is.
It's like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
When are we getting a Kojima crossover?
now we're talking. Let me put 100 boxes on the back of my Titan.
Let me dress up as a corpse disposal unit agent. Give me a BB.
Hello. Now we're talking.
Sony, I know you're listening.
Put Sam Porter Bridges in Zavala's office. And then have him shoot me when I inadvertently try to look at his crotch.
Punch you in the face.
It's one of the funniest things about Death Stranding. You're just like, I'm just going to look at his dick. And he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He just actively reacts to it.
Koji was aware of how horny the Norman Reedus fan base is.
Yeah, that's why when they do the animation where he steps into the shower, like there's that like opaque barrier
for his own TV show.
Well, yeah, but like it's conveniently right around his crotch and ass, and then that's the screen in which they played a trailer for his AMC TV show that was airing at the time.
It's so Kojima.
And then the incredibly well rendered Monster Energy can. I need to go back and play that game again. Jesus Christ.
Trailer's out for number 2, and
that's why I need to go back and actually finish the first one.
You're just going to be like, what? Because even as someone who has finished that game, it's now Kojima talk. Someone who has finished Death Stranding multiple times, this new trailer, even I'm like, what the fuck, Kojima?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I think that playthrough of Death Stranding I had going, I was like 30-something hours deep, and either something came out in Destiny and I just fell off it, and then like I built a new PC and I haven't installed Death Stranding until this week, so I don't know if my save still exists because I don't know if they were doing cloud saves and Steam for that. But I would happily start from the start again because I have fully forgotten what I was doing, how to play, what the story was. 30 hours is fine.
Yes. You'll get to experience the fantastic moment Kojima picks for soundtracks
Oh yeah, like coming over a
putting-
mountain and playing some low raw, fucking end me.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. There's just some collaborations I would like to see in the future with Destiny.
Yeah, but
Ape Escape collaboration.
they have their whole
Give
like
us
they're going for the orchestral like in-house
True.
produced music vibe.
But
You want Ape Escape music in Destiny? You also fucking like hot jazz.
fuck yeah. Give us a nostalgic PlayStation crossover with Destiny and have armor sets based off nostalgic PlayStation games.
Like Crash Bandicoot. It's just a pair of jean shorts.
And Spyro and Ape Escape and Medieval, but I'm biased.
Yeah.
Um
I'm trying to think of
fun.
I'm trying to think of like weird
I would spend money on that.
trying to think of weird old PlayStation 1 games that I played.
Jet Set Radio.
What was the one with the kid with the pink hair? It's like Tomba.
I love Tomba.
Yeah, give me a Tomba crossover. That'd be sick.
With the piggies.
Yeah.
Yeah, nostalgic PlayStation crossover. Like Sony, come on now.
I know.
I would give so many monies for something like that.
That's like the Fortnite thing to do, right? Is just like slam a bunch of bullshit in there, make you look like whatever you want. People like us apparently will pay silver for that, which is real money.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne would be good, even though I have still not finished it or even gotten that far into it. I haven't cracked like From Software games models. I haven't like figured out my way into it. They might not be for me. I don't know. I want to try to understand it.
I love them. I'm a Soulsborne girly. I think it comes from years of banging my head against the wall when it comes to like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's got a certain appreciation for beating yourself up.
Sadism.
We'll get some Mass Effect stuff in Destiny.
More crossovers. These are fun.
They are fun, and they hurt nobody. Like, they're just cosmetics. Literally, who cares?
And I'm pretty certain this Mass Effect crossover they've said is going to be free in the season pass or something.
Oh, yeah. No, it says at no cost. What? I'm just reading this caption now. It's
potentially up for Bright Dust or part of the season pass.
I mean, it says what? It's coming Destiny 2 February 13th in celebration of the collaboration of the partners at BioWare. The Ghost Shell, the ship, the Sparrow will be available to all players in the upcoming Alliance requisition bundle at no cost. That doesn't mention the armor set, so maybe the armor sets you got to pay for, but but
you get everything else at no cost.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, you get a little ship, you get a Ghost Shell, you get a Sparrow. Cool. Especially now that Sparrow's being all fast. So the freedom to just use any Sparrow is back.
And then eventually these things end up in the Bright Dust pools anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true for these IP crossovers. I don't know if I've seen that for the other ones they've done so far. Not necessarily everything shows up in both places.
I have to check.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they eventually did, even if it's just after a year or two.
Yeah, there are some that do eventually show up there, but it's a year or two in some cases where it's oh yeah, no one's buying this anymore, let's just put it in the rotation. So we'll see.
I love collaborations that are harmless.
Yo. Now, big news this week in the world of Destiny. One, this was the first tweet in the thread from Joe.
A little bit heartbreaking.
Well, the first one's not so much. So the first one is Joe Blackburn, game director, basically saying next month Final Shape is getting into, what's he call it? One of the
end-to-end play testing.
Yeah, one of the most critical internal milestones they have is a thing they've done since Forsaken. The end-to-end play tests, multiple days of internal play testing. They basically just go through everything that is coming in that release. He kind of dives into sort of what the details of that are. But he also goes on to say that it's the moment that he will be stepping away from Bungie and his role leading Destiny.
I like how we use the play testing as like sugar to make the medicine go down.
Yeah, but I also think like there's a part of it too that like it does serve as a pretty natural, clean break. It's like this is a culmination of like obviously 10 years of storytelling, but also like his time at the head of
This
the
is
franchise.
where it feels right for him to step out. Yeah.
And like he's been out there talking about what's coming next, and you know, sure, that we'll see more about that soon. But this is definitely like the big thing to hang your hat on as you sort of walk out the door, which I think is very cool for him to get to do that. Like even if the way we get to the final shape in terms of the business surrounding it is a little rocky, like he still gets to like put this positive spin on the whole thing. And I can't remember who was in that role before him. I don't know if it was Luke Smith or if there was someone between them.
I can't remember.
Luke's always been in weird roles of like creative director and then like is now some executive producer or something. But I can't remember who was doing Joe's job before Joe. He's been there a while. He's been very good at it. You know, the last few months in particular, like when things are being kind of rough, he's just randomly started doing like straight to video, straight to camera videos and just like getting real honest with people and just being like, here's how things are going. Here's why this is bad. This is not bad. Blah, blah, blah. So it's been good. I think it would have been easy for someone in his position to like have the studio step back or like step away from the public a bit more. But he was like, no, I'm just going to go out there and just try something weird and uncomfortable. And he started showing up on podcasts and doing all sorts of other stuff. So yeah.
And he made the executive decision to not put other staff in the firing line, which in the past has resulted in not very good things happening, as we've discussed.
Yes.
But for him to be like, hi, I'm now the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna miss him, but he said he'll still be around. He'll still be involved in the community.
Yeah, because I mean, like we said with DMG, like they also play a lot of Destiny and enjoy the game, and I mean that hasn't changed, you know, like he's just gonna not do that particular job anymore. So yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's both exciting that they're hitting this milestone, and you know, an end-to-end playtest and the way they're talking about it makes it sound like they're getting close to sort of finalizing the release, you know, like they're testing everything here. It's getting ready to prep for its release in July.
You're saying that the expansion is approaching its final shape?
Stop it. You have forsaken me. That's what you get for that one. I had a point, now it's gone. Good. Yeah, he also goes on to say who is taking over after him. And it is someone...
big name.
Yeah. I mean, like, Bungie old heads will kind of know.
I was going to say.
So, Tyson Green, who has been around Bungie for, like, 20 plus years, apparently, since, like, the days of Myth, actually. Sorry, not Myth. So, like,
Myth.
Old head.
Marathon, D1, early like D2, like his name is on some pretty big stuff. Yeah.
But he's also not someone who previously has been very like public facing. He's showed up in a few VDocs and things like that, often wearing a bucket hat. He's got a certain vibe. But yeah, it'll be cool to see what his like, I guess, public persona will be, because I don't really have an impression of him. I'd need to go and like watch old videos to see sort of like how he comes across. But I think it's a good sign that they're putting someone in that position who's been around for so fucking long. Because I think it would be a bad sign in my mind if they got someone in externally who was less familiar with Bungie and its franchises and the history. Then it might just seem like maybe Sony is doing some weird shit, but instead it's like, no, we're going to put someone in here who knows this shit. And then obviously after Final Shape, we've got the episodes or whatever they're calling them. So that'll be kind of what they're going to be responsible for first. Whatever that means.
Yeah. I was just looking Halo, Myth, and Destiny veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, he also worked in the development of the Fireteam Finder.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's good to have someone who is so intrinsically involved in Bungie's kind of legacy to get involved, especially at such a crucial point in this game. Like this is it for the main game. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And then we're getting
I'm gonna missing Joe and his mustache.
His ever evolving mustache.
Yeah.
The many phases of Joe Blackburn's mustache.
So good.
I'm going to miss watching a VDoc and be talking with you like, I wonder what mustache he's going to have this year.
Yeah, yes.
And then us being flashbanged by him shaving it off completely.
Oh my God. I wasn't ready for when that happened. It's just like when a dude who's always had you've always known them with a beard gets rid of it. So I didn't actually ever picture your chin, and that's a weird thing to say. And also to be confronted by a man's chin.
Joe's top lip. Ah.
Yeah.
How long have you had that?
Yeah. Nice tan line, Joe.
I do love his facial hair growing endeavors during the pandemic.
Oh, look, a lot of dudes tried it. I went down the road of I'm gonna give myself a buzz cut at home because I couldn't go get my hair cut and I needed to do something about it.
Same.
Yeah. Y'all want to play some fucking tennis?
I entered my tennis ball era.
It was so fucking funny, the lime green hair and then the buzz cut.
I think the best part of that when I was shaving my head was the live updates in the server though.
Yeah.
Because I started by just shaving the top and leaving the rest of it long. Remember?
I had forgotten about the steps involved.
Because I had the Mountain Dew mullet for a couple of weeks where I got bored one night and said, I'm gonna bleach my hair, and then jumped in a video call with you guys as I was bleaching my hair. And then I only had green hair dye in the house, so then I tried to dye it green, but the green came out like Mountain Dew yellow.
The piss mullet was born.
Piss mullet. And then I shaved it.
It just, like, that era of like pandemic Discord reminds me so much of like my first year of uni, being in the residence halls and just like all the goofy shit you would get up in the hallways or like going between people's rooms, and just like there'd be three of us hanging out in someone's room. Someone's going to walk in, do something bizarre, and then that's just the thing we're doing for the next hour.
Yeah. I think for just talking about like Joe's publicly broadcasted pandemic efforts, when we were all stood down, it had that energy. There was always a voice chat open or a video chat open, and we were all experiencing collective brain rot.
Yeah, because like
none of us were sleeping.
Yeah, but also
there was a point where we were all up at 4 a.m. every night, just like the sun's coming up.
It got bad. Yeah, like I try to remember like my progression of jobs at that time in terms of employment. So I definitely quit a job in March of 2020 because the leadership thought coronavirus was a hoax. And then I didn't start the next job. Maybe it was like a few months or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, because we came back from Victoria because we got stuck in Victoria, my partner and I at the time, for a little bit. And then almost immediately, the event we work out together was publicly cancelled. And then they opened up a Discord server for everyone who worked the event to still hang out, and then also for people to stay in contact during the pandemic, because as soon as lockdowns started, we all understood how lonely it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then I got stood down around the time that you quit your job.
Yeah.
And then I think slowly after that, just everyone else was slowly getting the stand down emails.
Yeah. And then we all
well.
just started doing a bunch of streaming on Twitch because, like, what the fuck else are we going to do?
Streaming in Discord, Jackbox nights that would run through until 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
So much Jackbox. It got horrendous. But yeah, that shit got me through, dude. Like, because that was also the era where, like, we were limited in Victoria to a 5 kilometer radius from our house, and still like outside, wear masks, do the whole shit. And like there was no one that I knew within 5 kilometers of me. And then eventually they opened up the rules that you could like go and see, you know, romantic partners, or like set up like a social buddy system to breach that 5K limit. But it was like a single person you're allowed to do that with. So there was just a lot of time I was living by myself. I was just at home, I'll fucking close the work laptop, turn off the bad screen, turn on the good screen. It's time for Destiny for fucking 6 hours or something.
And I think that's what's like for people like us, Joe stepping down is kind of hitting us. It's because he was a huge part of that as well, like pandemic Destiny times. Like he'd be on Twitter being like, here's this thing, or he'd just randomly show up on a Destiny streamer's stream and be like, hey, you want to do this raid together?
Yeah.
Or he would, I think at one point he was streaming or he was doing something content related.
He went around like a few podcasts here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah. So he'd always been around even prior to taking the forefront. And then I think for you and I, we both developed a deep appreciation for him when he showed up on the Beyond Light VDoc. That we stayed up specifically. I think it's the first time we ever stayed up to watch something together. Yeah. Specifically.
Yeah. Because it was like that was the one that I think aired. It was a little more friendly than one since then. It was like 1 a.m. and then the reset was at 3 hour time. And so, or it was like, I think we just ended up maybe getting a little bit of sleep, but still starting at like 6 or some shit.
Yeah.
So we're going into that, like the Varix reveal and the Brig reveal, very sleep deprived and just like, what the fuck is going on?
And Joe was kind of the face for that moment for a lot of us. So, yeah.
I'm not going to pull one out because I would break all these electronics, but metaphorically pull one out for a real one.
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah. And shout out to Tyson. I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll
excited
learn
to
love him too.
See what he does.
Yeah. I want to see.
He's a bucket hat aficionado, so he's already got points with us.
More bucket hats. Like we've had the fishing hat, which I think is like functionally a bucket hat, but it is not strictly speaking the same thing. So I'm ready for Bungie Store bucket hat.
Bucket Hat Watch 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, I want the merch to take a like real left turn at this point. I need them for me to justify the shipping cost. It needs to be some absolute heat coming through that store.
Knowing our luck though, because it's American based, all their like 6 summer wear is going to drop in our winter and vice versa.
I'll buy it then, and then by the time it's summer here, everyone will have forgotten about it and not bought it, and they'll be like, "Damn, where'd you get that?" It's like you can't have this.
Still not worn my raid jacket to this day.
I mean, you live in the worst place to have that Deepstone Crypt jacket, my guy.
It's an investment. One day I'll see the snow.
Yeah, I mean, I've worn it a couple of times because Melbourne gets a bit cold in the winter. But even then, it's just so big.
One day I will go somewhere cold enough to wear the jacket.
Yeah. I mean, you get Melbourne on a good cold day, it'll get there, but like the like fake fur around the hood, you don't want to get that wet because it gets bad.
You can take it off.
Yeah, you can. But I always forget to. And then I'm like, well, I'm glad I have this umbrella. This jacket now feels redundant, but it's just a statement piece at that point. The funniest thing is like seeing Destiny raid jackets out of context. Like I'm waiting for the tram to go to work and there's a dude standing next to me in like a Root of Nightmares jacket or something.
You saw a guy in a Volta Glass jacket at Knotfest last year?
We were in the line, pit? No, we were in the line to go in and Gramps was next to me. I was like, hey, look at that. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, why would you bring that here? That is so hard to get.
That is the nerd equivalent of the guy in the pit in the Carhartt jacket.
Yeah.
There's always that guy in the windbreaker in a pit.
Mm.
That's the nerd equivalent of that.
Yeah. I mean, I've got that, like, you've seen my, like, periphery windbreaker, right? The white one with the orange text.
Yeah, and then you got the spirit box reflective one too.
Yeah, well, that periphery one is like the lightest material. I would actually consider wearing that to a pit at something like Knotfest. The spirit box one is a bit more of like a heavy kind of jacket. But also, yeah, it's like the top half of it is this reflective material that hurts people's eyes sometimes.
Yeah, because when we're at your house, I turned the flash on Snapchat and recorded you, and people are like, "What the fuck?"
It's a good jacket.
I got shoes made of that material.
Yeah, it's a good jacket. I like it.
Yeah. Bring us some absolute heat Bungie merchandise, team.
Yeah, I want. Hear me out. Techwear.
Oh, yes.
But
Bungie
I feel
techwear.
like if we're going to see techwear for anything, it's going to be Marathon.
Yeah. Bungie pit shorts.
Yeah, good.
In the pit, swinging legs just in a pair of Destiny basketball shorts.
I'd
fuck with it.
Oh, no, do like...
Titan basketball shorts and you're fucking...
Basketball, like, jerseys, like proper shapes. Get the numbers, get the shit going on there.
Titan.
Like a hockey jacket. A hockey jumper, sorry.
Hockey jersey.
Those... I've known a couple of like websites that I follow that have done custom hockey jerseys, and to get good quality ones is incredibly expensive.
I wanted to buy the Shoresy Blueberry Bulldogs one, and it's $400.
Yeah, because to get one that isn't shit, it's expensive.
Nah, imagine listening to Bicep Metal, Crabcore in a Titan themed pair of pit shorts.
Yeah.
Just swinging legs, swinging arms.
I also love the
crowd killing as a Titan.
I love the use of bicep metal.
Yeah. Just straight up
bicep music
chug.
Only, where my Kubla Khan fans at.
Straight up chug.
If your music doesn't make you want to live in a trailer park and punch children, it ain't for me. I want low IQ, slow, and loud. Let's go.
Want to live in a trailer park because you're sick of the government. People like Khan is for you. Give us more merch. Open other merchandise stores so I don't have to pay $45 for shipping.
Just fucking figure out the shipping situation. I don't mind their store. I just think their shipping provider needs work. Because I have bought things from the US and it doesn't necessarily cost that much to get them here. I don't know what's happening.
There's a few band merch stores that are US based, and the shipping
Also
is still
bad.
just as much as the shirt. Yeah. I'm excited I want to see what the actual proper final shape merch is going to look like. Because that color palette is gorgeous, like the purples and the pastels.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything,
black
have we? There's the collector's edition. Yeah. Have they got that on the store, like a physical collector's edition?
Yeah, because they've got the tower.
That's where that is. Yeah. Okay.
I want it still. I want my little dollhouse.
Is it still available?
Yeah, it's still hella expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I very much would love to see some merch in that color theming.
I mean, I'm sure we will.
So this year's Festival of the Lost merch, give us more heavy metal themed merch, more deathcore themed.
Yeah.
Festival of the Lost shirts,
please. That fucking Season of the Haunted shirt that they did with the metal logo equivalent of it looks like a stack of twigs, but it says Season of the Haunted. Yeah. That's
give us more of that.
That's my shit. I want people to think it's not a Destiny shirt until they see the logo on the back.
You could wear it to a Meshuggah show and no one would look twice.
Yeah. That's what I want. All right. I think we're out of stuff.
Yeah,
I think we're done.
am definitely going to try and play more Destiny and get my moments of triumph for the next episode. Life has just been busy, man.
Yeah, no,
the heat.
I get it.
The heat.
Yeah.
The heat makes me not want to play games.
Yeah. I don't want to be in this room because the PC is right here kicking out hot air at me. It's not...
My PC's right next to me, and then a wall that gets the sun all day is right next to that.
Yeah.
It's not fun in this room.
Yeah. I think my plan is just to like try and I want to push through that Riven's Wish questline and just like get a loop of that done and kind of get a feel for how much work it takes, because the first one is like go to the Dreaming City, do this particular public event 3 times, and also do a bunch of just general Dreaming City activities. And you know, doing the loop of public events to get that one come up 3 times, it doesn't take too long, but it's just a bit boring, honestly.
I think after this episode, after we're done, I'm gonna refill my drink. I might make myself a cheeky mimosa.
Ooh. Okay.
Wash this sweat off, because in order to record this episode, I had to close my window.
Yeah.
And my door.
Yeah.
And I think I might chug away at it and get some moments of triumphs done, and then also look at these wish missions, because I have not actually jumped into campaign, like storyline, seasonal campaign stuff for a couple of weeks, and I probably should.
Yeah. No, that's.
I also want to see what's in the store, because I haven't turned Destiny on since restart.
Yeah, there's some stuff. It's all right this week. I'm gonna go walk a dog, make dinner, edit this episode, then maybe I'll see you online.
Hell yeah!
And that's us done. All right, thank you for tuning in, for watching.
Appreciate you. Appreciate Joe. Love you, Joe.
Yeah.
It's you already.
Hit all the buttons. I'm just gonna say it. Hit all the buttons. Tell the platform that you appreciate us.
Tell us some fun Destiny 2 pandemic stories.
Oh yeah, that's actually such a good call to action. If you've made it this far into the episode, please leave a comment somewhere under this video saying how weird your Destiny pandemic time got. I want to know. Because it got weird for us. Got weird for us. We still have like in jokes from that time.
A lot of drunk mayhem.
Oh my god! Like also post raid mayhem sessions, so good.
Strike golf.
Yeah. Strike golf is
which I
so
always
funny.
won. I still have clips from us playing strike golf.
Real quick, if you don't know what strike golf is, you get in a fire team with 2 friends. You try to finish a strike with the least amount of kills. It is harder than you think, because some of those things are gated by you killing things. At some point, someone has to kill the boss.
Things also get harder when you've got a shithead warlock with Arc Souls on your team who keeps planting riffs on you.
Fuck, I forgot about that. So I'm trying not to kill things. You are giving me an auto-fire gun. Anyway, we're out of here. We'll see you next week. I'm just trying to think ahead, because I am leaving the country in 2 weeks from today for 2 weeks. We'll get 2 more in before then. Yeah. We'll see you then.
Yeah.
Bye.